Good morning and welcome to Today in L.A. I'm Mike Amos. He's Ricky Clark and he's Neil Armstrong, and we're ready to pick some games on the Pike County Bank's Picks of the Week right here on Today in L.A. this morning. And good to see you, my friend.
Good to be here.
How's everything at Pike County Port? And of course, Neil over here, and of course, Neil's been kicking everybody until this week. Boy, he's been kicking everybody, and but this week it was a little bit different. But we had several upsets. I cannot ever remember a time where there were more upsets. Well, not necessarily upsets, or at least teams that were favorite got beat.
It was upset. There's always that one Saturday in the fall that they call it Upset Saturday.
Exactly, and that was what it was. And of course, we had some real tight ones down the stretch here, and of course, we got some great games for you this week, and we're excited about that. Of course, before we get going, though, what we need to think about more than anything right now is the Hurricane Michael victims in Florida, and of course, there's a need for a lot of things. You know, we're talking about people their whole lives were turned upside down, Ricky, by this storm. I mean, and it might be weeks, months, or even years before they ever get back straight again. What do you think, Neil?
Yeah, it will. It will. This is a major overhaul down in the Mexico Beach area down there, and in the city of Panama City. Just people's businesses destroyed, homes destroyed, lives lost. I mean, you're exactly right, Mr. Mike. It's going to be years in the makings on the relief efforts.
And we're awfully concerned about it. And right now, the Troy Cable offices here on South Grundy Street are collecting non-perishable items to take to the disaster victims along Florida's coast. And we're talking about examples of being, but not limited to, bread, peanut butter, jelly, bottled water, juice packs, non-perishable foods, canned foods, Pop-Tops would be, Pop-Top canned foods would be best. Toothpaste, mouthwash, deodorant, soap, baby wipes, washcloths, trash bags, you name it. There's a need, a tremendous need, and the collection sites are right here at our offices on South Grundy Street, 1006 South Grundy Street. In Ozark at 1298 Andrews Avenue, and in Enterprise at 106 North Edwards Street. There is a huge need for all these items, and please, do what you can to help them. And of course, sure, money would be good, but more than anything, they need everyday things that are things we take for granted. Really, are things that they need so much.
That's right, Mike. And if everybody would just give just a little, just one or two items, if everybody would chip in one or two items, it would make it so much better for everybody down there.
No question about it. And we'll be thinking about them. And, of course, this will be going on all week long, and there'll be different trucks and cars and other facilities here that will be taking these products down to Florida where they're in need. And, of course, it's right there at Mexico Beach where the worst part of the storm hit. But, there are people up in northwest Florida that had tremendous damage into Georgia. There's just a huge destruction by this terrible hurricane.
And let's don't forget about southeast corner of Alabama.
Yeah, exactly right. And of course, Quincy, Florida.
Cottonwood down there.
Exactly. That area was hit badly. Let's take a look at how we did this week. Of course, somebody's got to pick them. And
I got one question, Mike.
Yes.
How did you know last week that it was going to be Upset Saturday?
I didn't know, really. I didn't really know.
I think Mike.
I wish I was as surprised as anybody. But I'll tell you this, and you saw the game. And my team of the week, there are two teams that are my teams of the week. One of them is Charles Henderson. Mm-hmm. The other is Highland Home. Yep. For Highland Home to beat Luverne.
In Luverne.
Have you ever in your life seen gang tackling like Charles Henderson did against Carroll.
They were swarming.
And played 8, 9 in the box, and they just shut down this great running back.
Yep.
I think his longest
Fales.
run of the game was something like 10 yards.
Jonathan Fales,
yeah.
and he's being recruited by Division I.
But the defensive coordinator or whoever had the responsibility of getting that defensive line and those linebackers ready to play, it was a great demonstration of that. If you'll gang tackle good backs, you can stop them. But you know, a good back, one guy's not going to stop a good back. I mean, like a Ricky Clark, you know, All-American. He went to Texas, and you know, and of course, but Ricky did the game with us. Tell us what you feel, how you feel about Alabama football.
Man, I love it. And Charles Henderson was a great display Friday night. That's why they play the game.
That's right.
They weren't the favorite on the paper, but they were the favorite on the field after the game.
And nobody can judge how strong a young man's heart is. You know?
How bad they want it.
That's right.
No paychecks.
Mike, I said this on my show Sunday night. Charles Henderson is as big or bigger, as fast or faster, as strong or stronger than everybody they play. Whenever those three combinations decide they want to,
that's right,
and don't get those crazy penalties, they can beat anybody.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something else too, very important. You can't play anybody, especially a Charles Henderson, be one-dimensional. They passed maybe 2 or 3 passes at the end of the game, and they probably should have been passing on. But if Charles Henderson is going to know that you're going to run it to the right and you're going to run it straight at him every down, Charles Henderson's going to beat you because they got a physical front with Northcutt, led by this unbelievable, this unbelievably good sophomore in Northcutt. I don't know how good he's going to be, but
be good.
He is awfully good right now. And then you throw in this little defensive back, number 8 linebacker.
J.B. Sanders.
Oh man!
What about Coding? 25.
Yeah, exactly. I bet each of them had at least 10 tackles apiece.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And of
Camden
course,
Cody.
Exactly. And they were, and the unreal thing, Charles Henderson was without their best running back. They didn't play in the game. Cole Coppage didn't play in the game. And those are 2 outstanding players that missed the game. But let me tell you this: Charles Henderson beat Carroll. Everybody from Carroll knows that came to the game that Charles Henderson beat a good Carroll team. It's only the second game Carroll has lost in regular season in something like 35 ball games.
Well, they were ranked number 7 in the state coming in.
So it was a huge victory for Charles Henderson. And let's go over, see how we did here, Ricky. And, you know, you came in here, Ricky, from Marshall, Texas, and you went 19-10. You're copying somebody's paper. I don't know if you're copying Neil's paper or you're copying my paper, but you're copying somebody's paper.
Yeah, nobody expects me to win, so I'm coming up from behind.
Well, I was the only one that took Charles Henderson over Carroll, and we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back and fill in right after that. We got some kind of technical problem. Boy, I'm having a hard time.
Forevermark Diamonds. Beautiful, rare, responsibly sourced. Available at Marguerite's Exquisite Jewelry.
When you are handed the key to a new Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick or GMC, rev up your imagination. Think of all the places you can go in some of the most stylish, best quality cars available on the market today. Feel confident driving vehicles with superb dependability and safety ratings. And smile, you saved a ton of money because you bought at Bill Jackson. Let the only thing holding you back be the end of the road. A Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC vehicle will not only change your life, it saves you money like nowhere else.
Check out these cool savings going on now during our hot summer sale at your local Troy and Ozark Road Marts, like our $29.99 oil change special. or our $129.99 break special. We'll also keep you cool during these hot days of summer with our $29.99 AC special. So come see us and take advantage of these hot summer specials at your friendly Troy and Ozark Road Mart, where we've been serving our friends and neighbors all over the Wiregrass since 1974.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we support our military. That's right, not a $1,000 sign-on bonus, but $1,200 sign-on bonus at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Thanks for your service. Thanks for your service. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we support our military.
Back to our show, brought to you by Pike County Ford on the bypass right here in Troy. And, of course, these hats here, these red, white, and blue hats, you got many more of these left?
Man, I'm about out of the red, white, and blues, but I got some more.
Yeah, and then, of course, for you Troy fans out here, this would be a great hat to wear to the
Troy game.
Well, to a Troy game, and then especially to the one the big one coming up, South Alabama. That's next Tuesday night in Mobile, and we've got a bus that right now is filling up right now to go to that game. If you'd like to ride the bus, call this number right here, 372-2001, 372-2001, and that bus will be leaving at 2 o'clock on Tuesday to go to the football game in Mobile and come back after the game. Should be a lot of fun. Neil, what are you going to do? I know you're going to the game, aren't you?
Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to ride the bus. Me and my wife going to ride down and have a nice dinner. And
yeah, you're going to go to Biloxi, aren't you? Good morning. You're on Today in L.A. How you doing?
Hey, morning.
Mike
Morning,
Gamer
Mike.
calling in from Birmingham, Mike. And, of course, we've got Ricky Clark here. We've got Neil Armstrong, yours truly. Ginger is under the weather a little bit this morning, so she couldn't come in. I wanted
to get sick now because it went from 9 degrees to it's going to be like 39 degrees up in Birmingham this weekend. That's pretty amazing.
39 degrees in Birmingham. Well,
That
I
cold
tell you
front
what we
hadn't
ought to
made it
do,
here yet.
Mike. You know what we ought to do? We ought to go to Knoxville and see that game.
Well, any other time I'd go, but my daughter only turns 1 once.
Oh, that's right. 1-1. That's right.
Birthday.
No question about it. Mike Amos calling in from Birmingham this
I talked
morning.
to your wife. She found some cell service last night down at the beach. It's
How about that?
amazing how nobody down there
That's
has
good.
cell service.
hey, Mike, you know when they turn 1, you just put the cake in front of them and let them smear the icing all over themselves.
I'll tell you something about that cell service.
A smash cake.
It's smash cake, that's it.
Mike, I'll tell you something about that, though. It doesn't hurt that your house is just one house over from where the mayor of Panama City Beach has Thomas's Donuts.
They're going to get service.
You're going to get service.
Yeah.
You're being so close to where the mayor operation is.
Yeah,
You know that donut shop wasn't going to go.
They said that AT&T customers are doing better than the Verizon down there. They said the Verizon customers are just livid.
Yeah, I heard Troy Cable's doing a big, relief drive. They're
They
having
are.
a bunch of stuff, donations.
Yeah, that's right.
They're making a trip down there. So
They are.
anybody in Troy out there listening today, if they want
We already spotted on that this morning.
hurricane relief, that'd be great.
Yeah. Mike, I want to mention a few of these scores. Of course, Ricky was 19-10. Also, Neil was 19-10. Ginger was 20-9.
Blake, let's
And
just
Mike,
say Blake.
I just hate to say this. 'Cause
Good
I
picking, Blake.
just wore these guys out. I was 23-6. Can you believe that? 23-6. I wore everybody out.
I tell you what, you pick a lot of upsets. And last week was the best you've ever done.
Yeah, no, it
I
was a
said
lot
the
of
same
upsets.
thing.
It was a lot of upsets out there, and of course, we expect more and more upsets. Everybody, right now, though, you can count them on your right hand. The teams that look like they're going to be in the playoffs. Of course, Alabama comes in ranked number 1, then Ohio State, and Joe, the great defensive tackle for Ohio State has quit the team.
Nick
and,
Bosa.
and he told everybody he's going home to get ready for the pros.
Get ready for the draft. Well,
He's got a bad injury. He's got a bad injury.
but he could rehab that injury and be back in 3 or 4 weeks.
Would they let him come back, you think?
No, but I'm saying before he's out. Of
Yeah.
school. He's disenrolled from school.
he's
Gone now, yeah.
But
He's
he,
great.
Brother, Joey Bosa plays for the San Diego Chargers, so I would imagine money is probably one of those things where he can step aside and get all the training he needs to get ready for the draft anywhere.
Well, the number one pick's guaranteed $30 million, so he's expected to go number one.
Exactly.
Well, I tell you, I feel like where's the loyalty? He's quit on his teammates because he could play the last 2 games of the season.
That's right, he could.
And then you got the kid from Oklahoma, Murray, who's already the number 1 pick from Oakland A's. I think he's got $8 million, and he decides to play football for a whole year.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Kyler Murray,
playing baseball.
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, that guy. I mean, is risking injuries, risking everything, playing quarterback at Oklahoma, but he wanted to be a quarterback and be a starter.
Well, that is something. Now, I thought there was a game last night. They won a game last night.
Baseball game was a great game. Went to 13 innings.
Here we go.
The Dodgers got a base hit in the 13th and beat Milwaukee.
Yeah. Then somebody hit a home run last night, too, didn't
Jackie Bradley Jr. hit a grand slam for Boston to bust it open.
Yeah, he played at South Carolina.
Okay, I'll tell you how I got a little bit on this Arkansas State. They play on Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Arkansas State and Georgia State play on Thursday. And
play tomorrow night.
Well, a lot of people were calling in the radio shows yesterday and wondering if Auburn's only victory the rest of the season was going to be against Liberty. and then a couple other people called in and said, Liberty beat Troy. So, will Auburn win another game?
Who shot Liberty Valance? He was the bravest of them all. We'll be back right after this. We're going to pick some games.
Forevermark Diamonds. Beautiful, rare, responsibly sourced. Available at Marguerite's Exquisite Jewelry.
Check out these cool savings going on now during our hot summer sale at your local Troy and Ozark Road Marts, like our $29.99 oil change special or our $129.99 brake special. We'll also keep you cool during these hot days of summer with our $29.99 AC special. So come see us and take advantage of these hot summer specials at your friendly Troy and Ozark Road Marts, where we've been serving our friends and neighbors all over the Wiregrass since 1974.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we support our military. That's right, not a $1,000 sign-on bonus, but $1,200 sign-on bonus at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Thanks for your service. Thanks for your service. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we support our military.
Why buy from Pike County Ford? We live local. Troy is our home, so you'll always be dealing with hometown folks who are all about Troy. We'll beat any legitimate written offer you bring in, so you know you're getting the best deal guaranteed. And no matter what you buy from Pike County Ford, you can always count on the best service before and after the sale. Bottom line, you get good people, a better product, and the best deal, guaranteed. Pike County Ford in Troy, never too far for a far better deal.
Gentlemen, you're a real gentleman.
Back to the action here. We're picking some games.
Back to our show, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by Pike County Ford on the bypass right in Troy. And right now, they're dealing. Is that right?
That's right. We're dealing. We're getting geared up for a big 8-day sale over the next 8 days. It starts Friday. We're giving away a bunch of nice door prizes and some great deals.
So, I mean, really some real nice prizes. All you got to do is walk in the store and sign up. Is that right?
We're going to have sign-ups and bring in a mail piece, that type deal. And we're doing the whole Kelley Blue Book thing again. So we'll be offering people up to $5,000 more for the trade.
And my nerves are a little frazzled now. I had been promised the first Bronco, the 2020 Bronco. I was promised the first Bronco. Of course, Mike Wally Lowry bounces up in Troy Ford the other day and gets his buddy Ray to tell him he's getting the first Bronco.
So I think we're just going to have an auction on the middle of the show.
Exactly.
I'm curious, Ricky, when did Kelley Blue Book start? I always look at Kelley Blue Book as well.
Oh,
It's been around for a long time.
It was before online. I remember when it was print only.
Yeah, Kelley Blue Book's been around for a long time, and it's more of a consumer guide than it is for anything else. It's what people like yourself go and look at because there's so many different types of values on Kelley Blue Book, private party value, that kind of stuff that people
trade value.
Trade value, yeah. So yeah, and we use it now because that's what most consumers look at. So we use that as a starting point for our trade-ins.
Right, and of course you got right now on your trade-in you're giving double that. Is that right?
Up to $5,000, depending on the trade. We're doing up to $5,000 over what Kelley Blue Book says.
Boy, that is really a great deal, and they're dealing. I promise you. Of course, you got new cars every day. I saw several new cars on the lot yesterday.
Yeah, we got transports coming in, new and used every day.
Of course, I drove one home yesterday and really like it, and of course, you gave me a heck of a deal, and I appreciate it very much.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get into it, Mike. Of course, a few things before we get into it. On the in baseball right now, in the National League, it's the Dodgers, and are they up?
They are.
No, it's 2-2.
2 games to 2.
They won last night, though, right?
All right. So
they won at 13 last night.
And that's the Dodgers.
Also, your favorite sport started last night. NBA basketball started last night, Dad.
Oh yeah, shoot, I can't remember the last time I watched a basketball game, but you know,
I love to watch college basketball.
At one time, I really was a big fan. Okay, let's get started with first of all Charles Henderson, Neil, traveling to Tallahassee. Y'all be doing the game down there.
Yes, sir. We
one
are.
of the finest high school stadiums maybe in the whole state. They might, if you started naming the top 10 programs in Alabama, you might want to put Tallahassee in there. They love that program.
Yeah, Hot O'Brien Stadium. It's right off the highway there. You kind of got, it's almost in the highway. Yeah. Got press boxes on both sides of the field, like you said. It's
exactly.
Incredible high school venue.
Want to wish my little granddaughter, Millie, she will be 1 year old this weekend, and happy birthday.
Yeah, she just ran back here and wanted to talk to you for a second.
Bless her heart.
That's going to be a tough game. Tallahassee, that's 5-2, I think 3-1 in the area. You know, Charles Henderson beating Ozark was a big surprise to me. I mean, I guess it lets you know how much talent's at Charles Henderson, and maybe they could have been playing a little better this season, but I think it's going to be tough to go on the road and beat Tallahassee. I would take Tallahassee in that game.
You know, if Tallahassee was one-dimensional, I would take Charles Henderson. Evidently, Tallahassee could throw the football. I'm going to go out on a limb, though, and I'm going to take Charles Henderson. Let me tell you this. And, Neil, you watched Charles Henderson play all your life, and you've been around football. You were a long-time referee. And
yes, sir.
This Puka Jones is a good football player.
He is, and
I think maybe even he's just a junior. I think he might play in college one day.
And I think from watching you guys on television the other night and watching the game, it looked like to me that he sat in a comfort zone. Maybe Coach McCoy said, "Hey, you're the quarterback. I'm not going to take you out anymore.
That's right.
This is your team. Go out there and act like it's your team." And he just looked more comfortable Friday night. And
let me tell you, and of course, you know, he's got DQ Tony, who's an excellent receiver, but he's got another receiver, this young man that dropped the touchdown pass.
Yeah, I can't. Number 11.
No, not him. Did you see that one-handed catch?
Yes.
By Charles Henderson, you saw that catch, but
the Giles kid.
Yeah, the Giles kid.
42, Jackson Giles.
Jackson Giles is a fine receiver, and
he sure is.
Blizzard's already dropped that pass, but he made several good ones later on.
And he comes out of the slot every time he catches it, he gets killed.
Yeah, that's right. No question about it.
I mean, does Charles Henderson I know they've only won 2 games. They have any chance to get in the playoffs?
Yeah, they're still fighting. They're still fighting for that number 4 slot.
That's right. And they got to get some help, but you're right. That was a huge win against Carroll.
Mm-hmm.
So Ozark is in Charles Henderson's area?
Yeah, yes. Ozark and Tallahassee's in the area too, I think.
It is.
Tallahassee's in the area, and Rehoboth's in the area.
So basically they've got 2 area wins. They beat Rehoboth and Ozark.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Yep.
And with Puka Jones, you might see a new Charles Henderson. Who do y'all like? I like Charles Henderson.
I like Charles Henderson with the upset, double upset last week and this week. I think maybe the confidence level will brew over, and the athletic ability of the Charles Henderson Trojans comes to play Friday night.
Yeah.
as well too, I think Charles Henderson's going to take this game riding off the confidence that they can prove to themselves Friday night they can play with the best, one of the best teams in this area, and I think Charles Henderson pulls off another big win.
I tell you what, Tallahassee better be able to throw it. If they can't throw it, Charles Henderson's going to win the game.
Sure.
All right, Mike, who did you have?
I took Tallahassee. I think that's just going to be too tough to win up there.
Okay.
That'll be a jam-packed stadium, boy. They really come out.
Oh, yeah.
Up there.
Hot O'Brien Stadium.
Boy, it is. And, of course, Hot O'Brien.
I tell you what, we did a game up there the year Charles Henderson won the state, or didn't win the state championship, but played the state championship game, and that was one of the best games I think I've ever called in a high school game. It was back and forth throughout. They had that Baines kid running up and down the field on Charles Henderson.
Yep.
Yeah, no question. All right. So, Mike, you took Charles Henderson, or did you take Tallahassee?
He took
No, I
Tallahassee.
took Tallahassee.
All right, Michael took Tallahassee. Okay, Beauregard at Carroll, and boy, a win here would be big for Beauregard. And Beauregard is also in the region. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And of course, they lost to Greenville. Evidently, Greenville's got the best team in their area.
They got
right?
the best team in the region. They do, yeah.
And but Beauregard can beat Carroll. I don't know if they can beat them at home. I don't know. Carroll is awfully one-dimensional. I'm going to go with Beauregard.
I'm going with Beauregard, too. I think Carroll got exposed.
I'm going to take Beauregard myself. Who do you like?
Well, I'm going to tell you, after getting beat by Charles Henderson last week, I think Carroll has realized they can't be one-dimensional.
That's right. They got to throw it.
I think they spend all week long trying to come up with a passing game and try to mix it up against both.
And another thing, listen to this. This is another thing you can't do. 75% of the time they ran to the right. And, if a team knows where you're going to run the football. Yep. And they ran it behind those two big guys, the one I'm weighing.
Well, they've been winning like that all year.
One I'm weighing 290 and the other one weighed about 310. And, but if you put 5 or 6 guys over on top of them, they can't block everybody,
No.
Okay, so everybody took Beauregard?
Except for Ricky took Ozark.
Oh, Ricky took Ozark. Hey, all you folks from Ozark, come call on Ricky today. He's taking your team, and he's also got a bunch of cars and trucks to sell, and some good ones out there.
Ricky in Texas did the high schools name their high schools after people like they do in South Alabama. Like Charles Henderson is Troy, Carroll is Ozark, G.W. Long is Skipperville.
No, most of them are after the city.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's whoever's got the money in Alabama. They name the high school after
Headland is playing at Dale County. Headland is undefeated, probably the best team they've had in years. Who do you like here?
The Rams stay undefeated.
All right, the Rams stay undefeated. Something's happened down there in Dale County. They were supposed to be good, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, they got a new coach. Coach Henderson replaced Pete Harrison, and I don't know. They started the season pretty well, but Headland and Coach Danny Raines came from up in Fayette County at a small school up there. He was coaching that. I actually have met him a couple times. Super nice guy. And, man, he must have found a quarterback or something because Headland's never been this good.
Yeah, I know it.
They are this year.
That's right. Who do you like here?
Well, for no rhyme or reason, I haven't seen it or heard a lot from these two teams, so I'm just going with the home team. Like I said, I'm picking Dale County, but from hearing you guys saying Headland's got a great team, but I already made my pick, so I'm sticking with it.
You took Dale County?
Yes, sir.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Well, my middle name's Dale, so I'm going.
Okay, Pike County. It looks like they're going to run the table.
It does.
I don't see how anybody can beat them until maybe the playoffs. Pike County had Ops having the worst season they've had maybe in years.
Ever maybe.
And Pike County all the way.
What is going on in Alabama? Woo.
I don't know. I'm taking Pike. Mike, you taking Pike?
Yeah, I mean, the last time Opp was good is when they had Orlando Lacey.
Yeah, and I thought he was at Troy. Is he still at Troy?
Yeah, he's playing in the secondary, but he hasn't played much. So I don't know.
He's a good athlete.
What the deal is with Opp either. I mean, they haven't been good since I guess he left a couple years ago.
Yeah. Okay, Neil, who do you like here? You
got to take Pike County.
Everybody takes Pike County here.
Opp got beat 57-0 and 63-0 the last couple of games.
Oh man! All right, let me tell you, Arrington's got a good football team, but G.W. Long won last week against Houston County. I like Arrington, but look out, G.W. Long might have turned the corner. What do you think?
Well, G.W. Long is having a very tough year, and I'm not so sure they'll turn the corner until spring training. So I'm going to take Arrington Purple Cats.
Okay, I like them too. And of course, remember the coaches show is tonight. The Arrington show is the coaches show starts with Carroll at 5:30. At 6 o'clock is the Goshen Eagles show. Then the Pike Liberal Arts. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. We've got Carroll. We've got Goshen at 6 o'clock. 6:30 Pike Liberal Arts. 7 o'clock Charles Henderson. I got it all messed up.
It's the coaches show, back to back.
The coaches show, back to back. First show would be Carroll of Ozark. Second show will be Charles Henderson High School of Troy. The third show will be Goshen. The fourth show will be Pike Liberal Arts, and the last show will be the Purple Cats of Arrington. So that's tonight.
What do you do? Just sit there for 30 minutes and let the Goshen show go on?
Got some highlights?
You know what I do? I go buy a pizza and feed everybody usually.
You didn't want to go 3 in a row?
Well, it just happened to be like that, but I don't mind it and enjoy it, and it's a lot of fun. Do you ever watch it much, Nino?
I do. Yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a lot of information out there.
We
Okay.
need to have Chuck Dunn on one day and let him talk more about UAB, Coach Clark.
Oh, he did that the other day. We've had a good discussion with Coach Dunn, and he talked about that the other day. All right, who do you like here, G.W. Long or Arrington?
I'm going with the Purple Cats this week.
All right, I'm going with the Purple Cats.
Good.
Mike, let me put you on hold and let me check out who this is real quick. Good morning, you're on Today in L.A. How you doing?
Mike, it's Max. How are you this morning?
Max Howell calling
Max.
in from Mississippi this morning, Fulton. And Max, what we're going to do, we're going to put you on hold a second and bring all of y'all in here together. If I can do it, I'm going to try my best to do it. So hold on. If we lose you, call us back, please.
Okay.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Is that you, Mike?
Yeah.
All right, now I got to bring him in. Well, here we go. All right, right here. Well, I'm going to learn how to do this one day. Max, you on? Well, something. All right, Mike's still on. I got to get this right here. 1, 2, 1. Oh, gosh. Let's see here. All right, hold. All right, this one's here. Well, I'm having troubles. I'm having a trouble.
You want to just call to Max and I'll call you back?
All right, wait a minute. I want to see one more time. Well, it's supposed to. All right, here we go. All right, yeah, do that if you will. All right, Max Howell is on the line. Max, calling in from Fulton, Mississippi. How you doing?
Get that line.
Max, you on? I tell you. That might do it. Here we go. Max, you on?
I'm right here.
Okay, Mike, you on? Mike hung up. Max Howell calling in from Fulton, Mississippi. We're doing our talk show this morning. Max, we're doing some football games, and you can sit right in here with us, and we'll enjoy it with us real quickly. All right, let me run through these high schools real quick. All right, everybody took Arrington. Is that right?
Yes.
All right, New Brockton at Highland Home, and Neil, this is going to be a heck of a game.
I tell you what, Highland Home just impressed me Friday night.
Yeah.
I did. But along with being impressed, I talked to Coach Riles at the funeral home the other night, and Mr. Lawrence Adams passed.
Oh, yeah, I love Lawrence Adams, and I'm glad you brought that up.
And Coach Riles he told me that Highland Home was very good, was a very good football team, well coached, and Highland Home came in there ready to play. But Coach Riles also told me that they executed the worst they'd executed all year. But I'll take Highland Home at home
be a good one
against New Brockton.
It's going to be a good one. I'm going to take Highland Home. Ricky, who do you like?
I'm taking New Brockton.
And Mike likes Highland Home in this game. All right, Pike Liberal Arts is playing Success Unlimited. What is this? Do you know?
It's a Christian school. It's just
slide back over here a little bit and let him get in here.
Pike Lib should handle business against Success. I think that they get back on the winning ways. You know, 7-0 at halftime last week in that game that they lost 28-0 and kind of got a little sideways in the fourth quarter, but it was closer than 28-0.
Yeah, no question about it.
Against Monroe, Pike Lib will bounce back and win this. I want to give a shout out to the Pike Lib Pee Wee team who went undefeated this season, and also the Charles Henderson JV went undefeated this season. But Pike Lib Pee Wee undefeated. They got a big jamboree this Saturday at Pike Lib. They got a lot of teams coming for
that's great.
Pee Wee Jamboree at Pike Lib. 10
That is
a.m.
wonderful. All right, everybody takes Pike Liberal.
Yep.
Central, everybody takes Goshen over Central. Yep. And Crenshaw over Snook.
Snook. Never heard of them.
Max, what if you had an academy named Snook Academy?
Well, I was a headmaster the first one at Grady, if you remember.
I know, you sure were.
South Montgomery?
Yeah, you sure was. And, all right, so... all right, now let's get into the colleges. Max Howell is with us from Fulton, Mississippi. First of all, Max, how did the weekend go for you?
As far as my picks, not too well, Mike. I went back,
Well, I don't believe anybody did very well unless they picked some upsets.
Well, I think there were 8 at the top 25 went down. And, this is this time of year, you'll have an upset or two along the way, maybe because you got injuries and fatigue, you don't have enough depth. A lot of schools get started off at a high level, and they kind of fall by the wayside. We know what we say about this time of year. The pretenders fall by the wayside. The contenders go in for the championship.
You're exactly right.
We got some good ones coming up this weekend.
And the talk over there is, gosh, Ole Miss thinks they can beat Auburn. Is that right?
Well, I know Auburn's coming in at 3-4. I talked to some guys that are pretty heavy in Las Vegas. They said the line was drawn at 3, but all the bookies are taking Ole Miss in this one.
I tell you what, Ole Miss can score, can't they? They prove that.
The wrong team's favorite, I believe.
Did you watch any of the Ole Miss Arkansas game?
I watched every snap.
When Ole Miss, Neil, you saw that, and so did Ricky. It looked like it was like nobody was on the field for Arkansas.
Yeah,
I mean, nobody was. I've never seen easier touchdown. They went 90-something yards on 3 plays.
Yeah.
80 seconds to go to win that ball game. But I'll tell you what happened. I've got folks that I can talk to most everywhere, and I talked to the guys that cover that ball game, and they've been at practice all weekend. Arkansas kind of expected that. If Ole Miss got it, would torch it up toward the end, they didn't have enough depth in the secondary to really stay with them. And they don't have the talent right now. Remember, Chad Marsh is trying to convert what Bielema left them, which was just kind of a put your hand in the dirt and knock them off the ball and play zone defense. From to the run and shoot and read option offense and play a lot of man coverage. But Arkansas is not there yet. I thought they played very well, and they got a little bit better. You remember the week before that they put 40 yards on Alabama and 31 points. So I think a lot of people thought they were coming up, but Ole Miss just had too much offense for them. They did. By the way, Ole Miss lost a starting wide receiver, DJ Metcalf. He's out for the year.
Now that hurts, doesn't it?
He had a bad neck injury. So, but they got a couple more kids.
Yeah.
Guys that's going to step up and they'll play. Let me say this: if Auburn comes to town, still watering around like they've been watering for the last 2 or 3 weeks, Ole Miss will beat them by 3 touchdowns.
No question about it. Let's get into it. Vanderbilt at Kentucky. Neil, who do you like here?
I like Kentucky. They're playing in Knoxville and in Lexington, and Vandy's playing much inspired, but Kentucky is still got a shot to go to the SEC championship.
Okay, I'm going to take Kentucky in a close game. Who do you like, Ricky?
I'm liking Kentucky, too. They're still playing some good football.
Ricky is the owner of Pike County Ford on the bypass right here in Troy, but he hails from Marshall, Texas. Max, do you know anybody from Marshall, Texas?
Well, look, as long as I coached and recruited, I've been through there several times in my career, I'll say. Texas is always loaded. And my whole concern is why Texas A&M and University of Texas the last 2 or 3 years have not continued to stay at the top like the programs used to be. I don't know whether the top 5 stars are going. I know they're being recruited from all over the country, but Texas puts out 200 or 300 every year. And for some reason, even when Charlie Strong was there, and of course Tom Herman there now, and they're getting better. I don't think there's any doubt. I think you're going to see the biggest turnaround with Jimbo Fisher at A&M.
Yeah, he's done well.
I think you're right, Max. Jimbo's going to turn it around big time, get some better recruits.
All right, does everybody like Kentucky? Okay.
Yes.
So here's a game we threw in here, Cincinnati at Temple. Temple has got a good football team. Cincinnati is undefeated. Who do you like here, Max?
Hey, listen, Templeville's already gone from Cincinnati. So
but you know what? He must have left some players because this is a good Cincinnati team.
Yeah, he did. They've done, what, they're 6-0, 7-0?
Yeah,
Right now, so, yeah, I'm going to go with the winner. I'm going with Cincinnati in that one.
Okay.
Me too.
Mine is upset here. I'm going to take Temple
Ooh,
upset. They're playing at Temple.
Mike, that worked last week. It may not
sure
work this
did.
week.
Well, that's right. I'm just guessing again, but I like Temple and those ugly uniforms.
Oh,
Mike likes Cincinnati. All right, who do you like?
I think this game's a coin flip, but I'm going with the home team only.
Okay, Ricky Clark takes.
Cincinnati stays undefeated.
All right, you're taking Cincinnati. All right, UCF, Central Florida against East Carolina. Somebody's got to beat Central Florida, Max.
It won't be East Carolina.
I thought Memphis had them on the ropes at the end of the ball game.
How in the world? I went out and told somebody Memphis
Let
won
me
that
tell you,
game.
their quarterback for Central Florida is really something, evidently.
Well, you know, they're making the run for their second national championship, I guess. This year.
Yeah,
well, Hawaii's putting out some quarterbacks, aren't they?
I'm
and you know what? If this team goes undefeated, how could anybody keep them out of the top 4? I mean, if they had this long winning streak.
Right, they don't play anybody.
I know it, but again, they're undefeated.
It doesn't matter, Mike. We go undefeated against air.
Yeah, I know it. But you know what? They can proclaim another national championship.
They might.
Okay, everybody takes Central Florida. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, Virginia at Duke. And tell us about this Duke coach. I know he was a manager. He was a manager. He carried the water bucket at Alabama. That's exactly right.
David Cutcliffe.
Cutcliffe did. He was a manager at Alabama under Coach Bryant. Got into coaching. He might be the best football coach in America. You look at what he's done. What he's doing.
He came to the Tennessee ranks when Peyton was there. He was offensive coordinator for him. Went to Ole Miss for 7 or 8 years, I guess. Had the Notre Dame job, by the way, and had a heart attack before he could get there.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Isn't that
Back
amazing?
in Tennessee for 2 years, and he got the Duke job. He's got the best job in America, guys. You know, as long as Duke plays strong basketball, you know, it's much like Mark Stoops. As long as Calipari and him got the basketball programs at Duke and Kentucky going, ain't a whole lot of pressure on the football program.
You're exactly right, Max.
Exactly right. Yeah, and of course,
David Cutcliffe's a good guy and a good coach.
Yeah.
He does it, play it by the rules. And I'll tell you why he left Ole Miss. Because he'd gotten to a point after Eli left. He had I think he was like 6-6 or maybe 7-5. And the administrator wanted him to cut loose 4 or 5 coaches and make some massive. He wouldn't do it, so they fired him.
Yeah. Okay.
Over just something that was absolutely absurd.
Yeah.
He's a character guy, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Virginia's got a good football team. Of course, they beat Miami this past week. Ricky, I'm going to put this one on you, my friend, and Pike County forward.
Well, we're going to go with Blue Devils at home against Virginia.
Are you taking the Blue Devils?
Me too. Blue Devils.
Oh, boy, this one's a tough one. I'm going to take Virginia. I'm going to take Virginia to beat them. Virginia.
Going with the lawyers.
That's right. I'm going to a battle of a bunch of yuppies. Mike to Duke. Who do you like, Neil?
I like the Blue Devils. I think Virginia beat a team last week, Miami, that really don't know who they are. They're kind of like Auburn. They don't know who's going to show up.
Yeah.
And but Duke at home, Cutcliffe is known for his being the quarterback guru, coach guru, and I'll take the Blue Devils.
Okay. All right. Is that everybody?
Yep.
Okay. Georgia State and Arkansas State. I tell you, I saw Arkansas State against App State the other day, and I wasn't real impressed. But I'll take Arkansas State here.
I'll take Arkansas State, too. The reason you weren't very impressed against App State is because App State's good.
Yeah, they are good. Aren't they?
That's pretty good.
They are,
And,
yeah.
but Georgia State goes across the country to Arkansas State, and the Red Wolves take care of business in Arkansas.
We need to get you in here. You're about to sit out. You're about to fall off that back
I'm
end.
just relaxed.
I just hope you don't fall off that
No,
back end there. And what's the liability here? Troy Cable? Okay, who do you like, Ricky?
I'm picking Georgia State in this game. Just because
Oh, really?
I didn't think App played that good of a game when they played Arkansas
Yeah,
State.
they did.
And I didn't like Arkansas State at all. So just for that reason alone, I'm taking Georgia State.
Okay. Max, who do you like?
Mike, I tell you, we keep going, on the eye test. Who ever thought Liberty would win last week either?
Yeah, that's true.
You're right.
I didn't like Arkansas State. I told you, we talked right after that ball game.
Yeah, you're right.
I think something to do with App State. I think they had something to do with it. I don't know. Georgia, I've watched Georgia State since their inception, basically. When Bill Curry was there, then of course with Rod Barnes coaching the basketball team, and I don't know. I can't get excited about inner city Atlanta, so I'm going to go with Arkansas State.
I'm going with Arkansas State. Okay, here's a good one. North Carolina at Syracuse. North Carolina trying to do something. He's out of there. A lot of people think that the Troy coach could have a shot at that one day. What do you think?
Yeah. I think Neil Brown's name. I hate him for that loss this past weekend. I hate him for him and for the team and the whole bunch. But he's proven himself he can coach at the next level. And I've told you, Mike, my opinion for 2 years now. I'm just surprised that Troy's been able to keep him as long as they have. He's a good football coach, good organizer, and everything. But right now, back to your pick, Syracuse wins that ball game.
Yeah,
I'm taking Syracuse.
I'll take Syracuse.
Rick, who do you like?
Syracuse.
Michigan at Michigan State. My upset special of this week is Michigan State to beat Michigan. Old khaki pants is going down. What do you think, Max?
No, I got to go with Michigan. Shea Patterson's turned that football team around at the quarterback. He's a transfer from Ole Miss, and I watched him come through IMG in Orlando, and all we do is high school career at Ole Miss. And certainly they got a problem with his dad, guys. It's not the kid. His dad's
trying to run the program.
Yeah, but the fact is he's producing for them, and they got it together. They play a pretty good defense on them. Going with Michigan in that one.
Well, they paid the coach $3 million. He probably would have come for $500,000. The coach there, but heck, he's starting to build a little reputation there. What do you think?
You talking about Harbaugh?
No, well, I got this. I was thinking about somebody else, but Harbaugh.
D'Antonio?
Harbaugh makes about 8.
Yeah. Of course, D'Antonio probably makes 5 or 6, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's probably. Yeah, I think D'Antonio. I think he is about 3 or 4. They don't play him.
Yeah, I think I really believe that Michigan State's gonna win this game.
Well, they upset Penn State last week.
All right, who do you like? Or anybody else likes Michigan?
I like Michigan. Yeah.
I'm going Michigan just because you don't know what Michigan State's team will show up.
That's right.
They're really good one week and really
Well,
bad
a
the
team that has really improved is Purdue. Ohio State's playing at Purdue. Joey Bosa, whatever his name is, quit the team, and they're not quite as
Nick Bosa.
powerful on defense as they were early in the year. What do you think here, Max?
Look, Purdue lost to Missouri.
That's right, yeah.
In the opening ball game, I believe. No, I think Purdue goes down. I just can see that.
Too many athletes on the field.
When you start playing the top echelon of the Big Ten, they just aren't there yet, Mike.
Yeah, I'll take Ohio State, too. How about you, Ricky?
Yeah, I'm going with Ohio State.
Buckeyes.
Neil likes the Buckeyes. Penn State at Indiana. Penn State gets beat this weekend. Do they take it out on Indiana? I say yes.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, I agree with that, yeah.
I'm mad at Indiana.
All right, Appalachian State playing at home now against Lafayette. Lafayette's starting to come around a little bit. They scored 65 points this past week. I don't care if they did it against a high school team. That's a lot of points.
You got to go with App State at home, though.
Yeah, you do.
They got a pretty good
You
football
go up there to
team.
Boone, it's going to be
Oh,
about.
I'm taking App State to win the game. You're right.
It's supposed to be about 19 degrees in Boone for that game.
Cold weather coming in here, Max. Are you gonna have some good old apple cider, or what are you gonna do?
Well, I'll do my Brunswick stew, man, and
Whoa, brother.
with hot sauce, a little jalapeno cornbread to go with it.
Okay.
You got look. Nobody. You say what you want to. I don't care. Those teams that play up there. None of those guys, the coaches, the players, anybody's left to play in 19-degree weather.
Yeah.
Your body can't function.
Yeah. You know, I need to get in my car and drive by Fulton and pick you up, going up to Oxford and see that game between Auburn and Ole Miss.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, that's gonna be. I think it depends. It's like I've heard you guys say before. It depends on which team shows up.
Yes.
The coaches have lost the team. I don't think there's any doubt. They make 2 adjustments. I watched the Mississippi State game at least more than once in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Kevin Steele and him never made an adjustment to allow Fitzgerald rush for 195 yards.
And do you know that something? They didn't even put 8 in the box or 9 in the box. They kept Ole Miss spread them out.
Yeah, but the other side of that Ole Miss, they can't stop water. They're poor on defense, but I think what they can light it up on the offensive side.
Yeah, okay.
I think Auburn's, unless something changed that we don't know about, which is, as you know, they've shut basically the information flow out of Auburn, and for a good reason. But the fact is, guys, if they don't come together as a team and somebody generate a little leadership on that field, you're looking at 5-17 this year. If they lose Saturday to Ole Miss, they're going to lose 4 or 5 more for the years.
Isn't that amazing? All right, we'll get to that one in a minute. Everybody likes App State, is that right?
Yes, sir.
In Boone, North Carolina. Colorado and Washington, playing at Washington. Washington, I think, wins that game.
Yeah,
What do you think?
Colorado finally lost their first game in Los Angeles last week against USC.
Yep.
And I think Colorado loses another one up in Seattle. The Huskies take care of business.
Ricky with Pike County Ford, who do you like?
Well, I'll tell you, I rode Colorado until they lost. So
That's right,
This week is Washington. So.
Boy, I remember when Colorado had some pretty good teams. I remember when they won a national championship.
Oh, they had 5 downs.
That's right. They had 5 downs to do it, didn't they? They got 5 downs to do it. That was probably the worst official mistake in history.
Yeah. Eric Bieniemy was the running back.
That's right, and he was married to the coach's daughter.
Yes, he was.
Okay, Oklahoma at TCU, and TCU just stunk it up on offense, but they're pretty good on defense. What do you think, Ricky?
Well,
this is your team. Look at that. This is, instead of Texas hook 'em horns, they do this thing with what is it?
The mean frog.
The mean frog.
That's right. We call it the aggressive peace sign.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But, this is going to be a tough game for TCU, especially if it's sloppy as they played last week on offense. Oklahoma's going to be tough to beat. They can be beat. If TCU shows up and plays like they can play, they'll beat Oklahoma. But I think I'm going with my heart on this one with TCU, but I think Oklahoma's going to win the game.
Oh, yeah, Oklahoma. I'll take Oklahoma.
Boomer Sooner.
How about you, Max?
Yeah, I'm taking Oklahoma in that one. I think Murray's too good. I think Oklahoma's got too much talent. I really do.
Max, what do you think about Murray turning down $8 million to play baseball to go chance blowing a knee being quarterback at Oklahoma?
It took a lot of guts.
Yeah.
That's what I was like. I don't know who his advisors are. But, they certainly.
Is he coming out this year? Do you think he'll be coming out this year?
Oh yeah, I think he'll come out. But is he not? I thought he was going to go baseball. I mean, that was a rumor where Kerry Bryant may end up there.
Maybe, I don't know.
And that transfer from Clemson, maybe because they thought Murray was going to pro baseball.
No, exactly. We don't know exactly. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with more of Pike County Ford's Picks of the Week on Troy Cable Channel 3.
At Cost Plus 10%, we offer your favorite brands at the best price. At Piggly Wiggly, we keep it simple. We price our products at cost, then add 10% at checkout. We carry all your favorite name brand foods, and we accept manufacturer coupons. Find us on Facebook and see our weekly specials.
Why buy from Pike County Ford? We live local. Troy is our home, so you'll always be dealing with hometown folks who are all about Troy. We'll beat any legitimate written offer you bring in, so you know you're getting the best deal guaranteed. And no matter what you buy from Pike County Ford, you can always count on the best service before and after the sale. Bottom line, you get good people, a better product, and the best deal. Guaranteed. Pike County Ford in Troy. Never too far for a far better deal.
Have you seen an increase in your insurance premiums or significant change in your insurance coverage? Let Sandbeck Insurance offer you a better plan to suit your business or personal needs. Sandbeck Insurance offers many lines of insurance, whether it's home, farm, or auto insurance, work comp, business, or health and life policies. Sandbeck is here for you. Call or visit our Troy, Enterprise, or Andalusia office today. Sandbeck Insurance, where we take pride in taking care of your insurance needs.
A personal touch. A high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Back to our show, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by Pike County Ford on the bypass right here in Troy. And also our good friends at Dixieland Dental, located 9 miles north of Dothan on Highway 231. Dr. Michael Precise, Dr. John Strength, Dr. Damon Strength, and Dr. Robert Precise make up one of the largest dental clinics in Alabama. Max Howell, you on the line?
I'm right here.
Okay, and we're going to move on from here. We were trying to bring Mike Amos in here. For a second, I'm going to put you on hold, Max. Hold on a minute. Well, I'm having problems doing it, so we'll get this straightened out one day, I promise you. North Texas at UAB. Now, UAB's red hot right now, Max. That's a pretty good young football coach right there. He used to be at Prattville High School.
Yeah, Bill Clark has done a good job. He took Prattville to 3 state championships and went down with Joey Jones when he was at South Alabama as a defensive coordinator. Then UAB decided to crank their football back. They brought him back to Birmingham. And remember, they shut him down, and they kept him on to organize internally. They knew they were trying to bring the program back. And I mean, during his 2 years of organization, they were paying him $600,000 a year just to stay around. So he went to Jacksonville State, I think, for 1 season in between. But he's a proven coach, and the kids love him to death. The administration really appreciate what he's doing. They're getting ready to build it's not an on-campus new facility. Legion Field is gone. We all know that. But they're going to build a 40,000-seat stadium right downtown, which will be like a city stadium. It'll be home base for the UAB Blazers.
That's going to help their program, and I think the whole town of Birmingham, which is, of course, is an Alabama town, is going to reap benefits. So I think it's going to really turn this UAB program around.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt, Mike.
Yeah.
That they needed that. Yeah, of course, you got to understand they can't break away from Alabama. It's a medical school for the University of Alabama, so there's some internal politics that go on, and always has, and always will, because of that.
Well, they don't have a problem with money. It doesn't look like. North Texas, of course, lost to Troy in the New Orleans Bowl last year, but is red hot right now. But the UAB's playing at home. I'm gonna take UAB.
Yeah, I watched that. They beat North Texas. North Texas beat Southern Miss this past weekend.
That's right.
They beat Arkansas 2-3 weeks ago. I'm gonna go with North Texas in that one. I think Bill's still got some way to go for that football team yet.
All right, who do you like, Neil?
I'm gonna go with UAB. I think Max is right on North Texas. They're riding a lot of confidence. In fact, I heard Bill Clark on the radio show yesterday. You would think North Texas quarterback is up for the Heisman the way Bill Clark was talking him up.
That's right.
And shoot, but playing in Birmingham, UAB's kind of got a hot hand too. I'm gonna take UAB defending the home turf.
How about you, Ricky? This is North Texas now.
Yeah, I know, but I think this is a coin flip game again. So I'm going with UAB.
How far are you from Denton, Texas? Marshall, how far is it from
2
Denton?
hours.
2 hours, okay.
I-20, straight ahead.
All right, okay. This is my upset special of the week, another upset special. North Carolina State is going to beat Clemson. I'm going to take North Carolina State to beat Clemson. Who do you like?
Mike, let me ask you this. Do you wager on those games like that?
No, I wish I did, though. Last week, last week, last week I had some real winners that turned out to be true.
Well, I got a couple of guys. I'll be glad to give you their numbers.
I know it. I bet. All right. Well, North Carolina State's got a good football team.
Yeah, but they ain't going to beat Clemson.
Okay.
They can't do that. They don't have enough talent, enough depth.
I don't know about this Clemson quarterback. I don't know if he.
They don't either. Look, Dabo don't either. I'm going to be honest with you. He knows he made a mistake, and he didn't handle Caleb Blount right. But the fact it's over now.
Yeah.
So I remember NC State's giving them all they wanted for the last couple of years. In fact, they lost to them either last year or the year before. On the way to playing in the championship game.
That's right. Yeah.
But I'm gonna say that game in Clemson.
It is played at Clemson.
Yeah, I'm taking Clemson in that one.
Okay, Ricky, who do you like?
I think North Carolina's going to throw the first punch, but I think Clemson finishes the fight. So I think Clemson wins at home.
I do too. Too many 5-stars on the defensive side of the ball. Clemson wins.
Okay, all right. Here's one that I think is going to, everybody said Mississippi State's going to play LSU tough. Hey, one-dimensional Mississippi State's fits to get shut down completely. LSU's going to kill them.
You don't think Fitzgerald's going to run for 195
not
right up the
against
middle?
LSU. They're going to just break him in two. They're going to break that 6'5" kid in two. What do you think, Max?
Well, LSU wins the football game. The only hope, and I put the lunch yesterday with a couple of big Mississippi State guys, and the only concern they've got is, from Mississippi State, if they can maintain a little ball control. That means they got to throw it around, and they don't have a passing game. They don't have any wide receivers. David Arund's probably the best defensive coordinator in the country at LSU, and I can promise you they'll put a spy on Fitzgerald, and he won't gain 195 yards like he did against Auburn. I like LSU in that one, and I think they come away and continue to roll till Alabama comes to town.
Boy, I tell you, and you know what? You heard that old song about if you're a football hero, you can fall in love with a beautiful girl. How in the world did this LSU coach get a wife like that? Man, I mean, God, did y'all see her? Oh, he's as ugly as you can get, and she's as pretty as you can get.
Hey, what about Bilma at Arkansas? Same thing.
Yeah. Billman's got a pretty wife, too. And he weighed about 400 pounds, doesn't he? Hey, do you know the LSU coach very well?
Well, see, my best friend was his defensive line.
Yeah, that's right.
Last year.
That's right.
He was with us at Troy. And,
is he a good guy? Is the LSU guy a good guy?
Yeah, he is. He was wild and like a buck when he was at Ole Miss and young. And, and then he, after he got fired, he went to the NFL, went to the Saints as defensive line coach. Then they took him to Southern Cal, and he carried Pete with him out there. They turned that program around, and he brought Pete back with him. But Pete tells me that he's got a completely changed attitude now. They hire the right guys. He turns them loose. They brought Steve Ensminger in. He was a position coach and made him offensive coordinator. And they're doing well. He's letting them do it. Now, being a good guy, Mike ain't going to get you a lot of wins. I promise you that.
That's right.
But the fact is, he knows how to manage now. And I think that's what turned that program around.
Okay. Ricky Clark of Pike County Ford.
LSU's playing some good ball, although you can't hardly stand to watch a post-game interview from the coach, which it's kind of funny. It reminds me of the Waterboy movie.
And
but LSU wins it.
Yeah, exactly. LSU wins the game. All right, now Southern Cal at Utah. Utah has got a good football team. That's my next upset special. I'm taking Utah to beat Southern Cal, Max.
I watched Utah though, and I couldn't sleep much, and that was the last game on, I think, Saturday night about 1 or 2 o'clock. And I liked what I saw, and of course, I think it goes back even when Urban Meyer was there. Dan Mullen, that program has been up, and they kind of fly under the radar a long time. They're playing in Utah, Southern Cal. Their program's kind of been up and down the last couple of years. I'm going to go with you, Mike. I think Utah's got a chance to beat them in a close one.
I'll take the Utes as well.
Neil Armstrong likes Utah, and how about you, Ricky?
Yeah, Utah is just a tough football team. I'm going with Utah.
All right, everybody takes Utah, man. Memphis at Missouri, and of course Missouri. I saw that game. Missouri's not bad. They're pretty physical, especially they're talented, but I'll take Missouri at home.
Yeah, I think the SEC team wins here, Missouri.
Yeah, you know, but guys, go back to Missouri's defense is awful.
They are.
They can score. They much like Ole Miss. They can score.
That's right, yeah.
They got the Locke kid who's thrown for thousands of yards, and they got 2 big wide receivers going to the NFL. But they can't stop anybody. I'm going to go with Memphis in that one. I thought Memphis played last week, played extremely really.
They sure did. They had Central Florida beat, yeah.
Central Florida. So I like Memphis in a close one.
Okay, Ricky.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any defense. I think whoever has the ball last in this game is going to win it.
Right.
But I am going with the home team, Missouri.
Yeah. Now, the coach at Memphis is one of those top 5 guys out there. Is that right? Real good young coach?
Yeah, everything I've read he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, the last one is at Virginia Tech now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, they've done a good job in coach selection.
Yeah.
They just can't keep them around long enough.
Okay, exactly right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with more of Today in L.A. and Pike County Ford's Picks of the Week.
At Cost Plus 10%, we offer your favorite brands at the best price. At Piggly Wiggly, we keep it simple. We price our products at cost, then add 10% at checkout. We carry all your favorite name brand foods, and we accept manufacturer coupons. Find us on Facebook and see our weekly specials.
Why buy from Pike County Ford? We live local. Troy is our home, so you'll always be dealing with hometown folks who are all about Troy. We'll beat any legitimate written offer you bring in, so you know you're getting the best deal guaranteed. And no matter what you buy from Pike County Ford, you can always count on the best service before and after the sale. Bottom line, you get good people, a better product, and the best deal, guaranteed. Pike County Ford in Troy, never too far for a far better deal.
Have you seen an increase in your insurance premiums or significant change in your insurance coverage? Let Sandbeck Insurance offer you a better plan to suit your business or personal needs. Sandbeck Insurance offers many lines of insurance, whether it's home, farm, or auto insurance, work comp, business, or health and life policies. Sandbeck is here for you. Call or visit our Troy, Enterprise, or Andalusia office today. Sandbeck Insurance, where we take pride in taking care of your insurance needs.
A personal touch. A high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Tennessee Volunteers against the Crimson Tide of Alabama. Oh, Rocky Top. Ladies and gentlemen, the Crimson Tide of Alabama journeys to Vaught-Hemingway State. No, they go to
Knoxville.
Vaught-Hemingway's other place. Field Watkins Field. The campus of the University of Tennessee. It is Alabama and Tennessee, 2:30 kickoff this Saturday from Knoxville, Tennessee. And ladies and gentlemen, old Big Al's going to be there. And the Crimson Tide of Alabama on CBS, channel right here on Troy Cablevision, 2:30 kickoff from Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, Tennessee. Can the Vols do it? I say no. But, of course, Rocky Top's a great song. I love Rocky Top, except after a Tennessee touchdown. But my friends over in Banks, Alabama, of course, that's where Coach's wife is from. She's a Charles Henderson High School graduate, married to the Tennessee coach, and I wish them well. But who do you like, my good friend Ricky Clark?
He's been picking against Alabama all year.
Here's the thing. We're getting towards the end.
If Alabama was playing Russia, would you root for Russia?
No. Well, here's the deal.
Some folks just don't like Alabama. Can you understand that?
Let's get to the point now. It's got to get more competitive for me to win this thing. So
I would have won last week if you had picked against Alabama.
I got to quit going political.
With your
Alabama against Tennessee.
That's right.
We tied because you picked Alabama last week.
I know.
Okay, all right. This is going to be our tiebreaker here. Alabama and Tennessee, Max. Who do you like?
Alabama, they cover.
They cover. All right. Well, give us a score. Give us a score.
Alabama's the tiebreaker?
Oh, I thought Troy.
I did too.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take Tennessee. I'm gonna take Alabama to win 38-20.
Yeah, you want to score?
Yeah. Who do you like, Max?
I like Alabama 42-14.
42-14.
42-10.
All right, 42-10. Neil and Ricky, who do you like?
Oh, it's Alabama 48-10.
Mike Amos had them 52-14. Now I don't know about that or not, but I think that's way too much. But ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a good football game on CBS. 2:30 kickoff this coming Saturday afternoon. Okay, it's the next game coming up. Max is going to be in your neck of the woods, and it's the Auburn Tigers. War Eagle, the Auburn Tigers, getting ready to travel to Oxford, Mississippi. Vaught Hemingway Stadium on the campus of the University of Mississippi. It's 11 o'clock kickoff, another morning kickoff. I like Ole Miss to win this football game over the Auburn Tigers. All right.
My heart's with Auburn, but Ole Miss wins the game. Auburn just cannot get it together quick enough. A couple of days practice ain't going to fix what I've seen.
Max, you said it from the very beginning. Max Howell said this at the very beginning, talking about Auburn's offensive line. And, Max, you've been there and done that many times. In the SEC or any major college program, you better be strong up front. And Auburn's having problems on the offensive side of the line. Pretty good on defense, but not very good on offense.
Yeah, and again, I think even that attitude, Mike, is pitched over to the defensive side of the ball. And I don't know what's going on over there, but I don't see any adjustments now. And again, I'm taking Ole Miss on this one, mainly because what I've seen at Auburn. I have not seen any improvement coming whatsoever.
Me either, man.
What's going on, but I like Ole Miss to win.
Auburn's got one great player, and he's from Greenville, Alabama, Neil. And he, yes, sir, he is good. He blocks all those kicks. Have y'all seen that later?
Yeah.
He is a heck of a player out of Greenville.
Yeah.
All right, who do you like, Brother Clark, Ricky?
Well, you can't win this thing by going with a pack, so I'm going to go against everybody and pick Auburn in this one.
Oh, I hope you're right.
All right, and of course, and let me tell you, I want to see. I don't know if I got that. It's hard for me to say this. I want to see Auburn. I want to see Auburn beat Ole Miss. I don't want to see Ole Miss beat Auburn.
So you picking what you want to see?
I'm taking Ole Miss to win the game.
That's what Vegas likes too. People to pick what they want to see.
Yeah, exactly right. Let me see if I've got this right here. Yeah, exactly. I've got Ole Miss.
Max, you can buy football tickets in Biloxi now, can't you, Max?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
I'm going to tell you, I got a good friend that works in the gaming industry. The first thing he did on Monday morning was call to check on this one ball game. Even though the line was established at 3, all the guys in Vegas are going with Ole Miss. That's the word. Of course, I don't, I'm not out there, and I don't know, and I don't talk to those guys very often.
Well, they're wide open, I'll tell you that. And, of course,
But based on, Mike, what they're basing on is what Auburn's done up to now. If Auburn comes together, they got more talent than Ole Miss. And they should be better coached, but they aren't.
Yeah.
The kids aren't responding.
Max, where's Hugh Freeze going to land?
Well, he went to Arizona in that new league for the NFL.
Yeah.
As an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I believe Steve Spurrier and that bunch of Singletary in Memphis.
Is Steve Spurrier back in coaching?
He's in Orlando, yeah.
Oh, okay. When does that start? This summer or spring or what?
In February, as soon as the Super Bowl's over.
Uh-huh.
It's sponsored by the NFL.
Yeah, I got you.
They shut down the European League. It's kind of the training ground for them.
So it's going to be the minor leagues of the NFL?
They got about 10 teams going to play.
And and if it's sponsored by the NFL, that's pretty.
By the NFL.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to work. That's going to work. Those guys wouldn't be getting into it if it wasn't sponsored by the NFL, I believe.
Very true. Very true,
yeah.
Mike.
All right, who do you like, Auburn or Ole Miss, Max? Everybody's waiting.
I'm taking Ole Miss in this one based on what I've
Ding,
seen.
ding, 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 ding. The alarm just went off. It's all over town. Max Howell likes likes Ole Miss. Max Howell likes Ole Miss.
I'll take the ribs.
You know, they playing at Ole Miss. Now, I went to the game 2 years ago, and it was all kinds of pageantry, and you know, I saw the Grove and all that. You know, Ole Miss loves their football. Nothing will be, you know, they can't go to a bowl game. Is that right, Max?
They're banned.
All right, this is their bowl game right here. This would be huge.
Yeah, I think the other side of that too, guys, is, I mean, you guys are really closer to it than I am, but the fact is, if Auburn loses this one, that's not going to be just a season game. I think that's going to be a program changer. I think the attitude is just going, I mean, there's talk all over the country right now about what's going on. And there's some people out there that pretty influential that, you know, they willing to eat that contract, it looks like, if things don't go right in the last 4 or 5 ball games.
Neil, you've heard me say this and before. You know, Malzahn is one of the most confident coaches. You know, if you hear about him, you know, when things are going good for Auburn, I mean, he is the most confident guy. It almost is sort of scary that he's so confident. But now you look at his tone of voice now, it's not confident at all.
No,
he had lost that confidence. You know what I'm talking about, Max? He's had got all that confidence just all over him, and now his players are seeing that he's not as confident as he's been. Do you agree?
I do.
You know, at one time he is so confident, but he's lost that now.
If you had Cam Newton playing quarterback, I believe I can be confident.
I agree with you.
No doubt about it.
I agree with you.
In America at that time,
Exactly.
Go back and check where he's been, what he's done.
Yeah.
And, you know, he got to where he is because he had great players.
Yeah.
You can go back and look at the roster and tell me why there's no running backs there.
Yeah.
Tell me why there's not a backup quarterback to play. Tell me why there's not more and better defensive backs there. I mean, the recruiting in the last 2 years, I know on paper, they look, you know, the comparison, I went through that with Lynn Scarborough yesterday. But, guys, there's a lot of difference, and I did that at Florida State, at Ole Miss, and at Troy, which we had some pretty good teams along the way. And it don't matter what they did in high school, it's what they do when they get to the college level.
That's it.
And if they aren't being coached, you see what you get. And that's
All right, and now people are seeing another side of Auburn's quarterback. Of course, you can't be one-dimensional and be successful. That's going to be hard to do in the SEC. And you know what? It would have been a smart thing for him to have done a few weeks ago when he was up on a pedestal at Auburn. Stidham, how you pronounce his name? Stidham. He should have dropped out and done the same thing that Joey Bosa did and got ready for the pros because these last 2 weeks his stock had gone down like you won't believe.
Look, Mike, last week he had 3 turnovers, he had 2 picks and a fumble, and 2 of them turned into touchdowns.
But don't you agree? He should have. These last 2 weeks have killed his stock right now.
He can get it back.
Of course, Wesley Griffith's defensive coordinator at Ole Miss, and he ain't got the talent on defense. But tell me what he's going to do. He's going to put 8-9 in the box. And
Exactly.
make Stidham run for his life. That's what he's going to do.
Yeah, they'll blitz him like crazy, like everybody else.
And of course, it's going to be great. And you know, I hate to say that about that guy because he was on top at one time, no question. All right, does everybody like, who likes Auburn? Ricky likes Auburn.
Yeah.
Okay, Troy and South Alabama. And Max, you've been in coaching, you've been around a long time, and here comes the Trojan fight song. The Troy University Trojans of Troy get ready now to travel to Mobile, Alabama this Tuesday night for a huge game at Ladd Peoples Stadium in Mobile. It's a 7 o'clock kickoff from Ladd Peoples Stadium. It's Troy and South Alabama, and Troy's the same way. If Troy drops this game, it could be a long season. What do you think, Max?
Troy lost one last week. They lost to South Alabama last year after beat LSU. Troy goes in there and gets a win. I think they'll win by 3 touchdowns.
Well, I'm hoping that's the case, too. And of course, I'm taking Troy. But it's a situation where it's a confidence thing. You got to go in and win that game and get your confidence built back up. Everything's in front of Troy. You know, the loss was bad to lose to Liberty, but at the same time, it doesn't hurt them at all. All their dreams and all their objectives are right in front of them.
It was an out-of-conference game. Although demoralizing a little bit, you're right. Everything's still in front of them.
That's right. Ricky, who do you like in that game?
Oh, yeah. I like Troy. They got to have this game. They got to win. They go into South Alabama and prove a point in this ball game for sure.
Well, let me just tell you this, Max. All right, I want you to add these up. There's going to be 10 student buses.
Wow.
There's going to be 9 buses to carry the Sound of the South. There's going to be 3 buses to carry the football team, the cheerleaders, and the VIPs. There's going to be 2 fan buses, I know, that are coming. I was told there's going to be 23 buses, and then add 2 more, 25 trailway type buses going to that game from Troy. Can you believe that, Max? But you know, they did it 2 years ago, and Troy dominated the whole game and the fans.
Yeah, and they will again. I mean, you know, look, Man Memorial Stadium is on its last leg, Mike.
Yeah.
It about ready to shut that one down too. So I think I want Troy to get in there and beat those guys and leave a lasting imprint on what Mobile is and what they want to be.
The head coach and the offensive and defensive coordinators all went to Troy and played on national championship teams.
Yep.
That'll tell you something right there.
Yep.
You know,
they got a great chance. I do.
And they, what I'm saying, they won't.
By the way, Joey Jones is at Mississippi State now.
Yeah.
The previous head coach at South Alabama. So I think Neil and him know what they got to do, and I think the kids recognize it. And I'm sure that was a very disappointing loss last week. If I had to guess, like you probably been to practice this week, I would have to say it's probably been pretty spirited.
But you know one thing, and I hate to say this, but it's the truth. You don't build a quarterback overnight. And this kid, Barker, was the All-American type quarterback. I mean, he was, if he hadn't got hurt, he might have gained 300 yards rushing in that ball game that he got hurt in. Well, he's gone now, and we thought
Sawyer Smith.
And in the backup role, it's a big difference in the backup role. Sawyer Smith had no pressure on him. He went in there and threw the ball well and ran the ball well. Looked like a world beater himself. But now, since he's got it by himself, that I'm the man and I got to produce, it's a lot of pressure on him. And of course, it's not his fault. I mean, we got to block better and tackle better.
Yeah, I think he's got a full.
I don't think any doubt. The defensive side certainly got to pick it up when you got there. But that's the reason, Mike. That's why they play the game. It's a team sport. You got to have those individuals. We know, but when it all comes down, it's what you do up front, blocking and tackling.
Exactly right. And, of course, what are your feelings about this thing, Neil?
I tell you, South Alabama will be, with all the Troy coaches down there, they'll be fired up for this one. Troy coming to town. But Sawyer Smith now, it was a tight race in the fall camp who was going to be quarterback. And even though Barker won the job, I think Sawyer Smith was right on his heels. I think now that Smith has a full game with the team being his under his belt, even though it was a loss up at Lynchburg against Liberty, I think Smith has a better game down at South Alabama and Mobile, and I think Troy bounces back.
Well, let me just say this. Troy's got to run the football. I'll tell you that right now. They can't be one-dimensional. They've got to be able to run the football. And let me tell you, and then their defense has got to be able to stop the run. Hey, we're talking about a team that allowed Liberty to march 89 yards for a touchdown in the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game. And they were knocking our guys off the ball and running straight at us. Did you notice that?
Yes, sir.
And of course, you got to hand it to Liberty. We were up 16-14. We couldn't stop them.
Couldn't stop them. Yes, sir.
Unbelievable.
All right. What is are you like Troy in this game then? Is that right? Ricky, who do you like?
Oh, yeah, I like Troy. I just think, with the quarterback situation with Sawyer Smith, I think he is a college quarterback, so they got to find what he does well and do a game plan around what he does well and play some defense.
Now, Troy also, and of course, Neil, you're familiar with this, they've got a backup quarterback named Gunnar Watson that's about 6'4", 6'5".
Big-time recruit out of Georgia.
And he came out of that Taylor County High School, won a state championship. And, of course, he's a bright young talent that they wanted the red shirt, but, hey, They won't redshirt him anymore.
Not now.
The object of the game is winning, and they're gonna jerk that role of red shirt off of him, don't you think?
Yes, sir. Probably so.
They can play 4 games though before they have to make a decision.
Yeah, well, that's a good rule, no question about it. Okay, it's going to be a great game, and we're looking forward to it. And of course, as I mentioned, we have a bus going to the Mobile, the South Alabama game on Tuesday. We're going to leave here at 2 o'clock in the morning, not in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and drive down there. Got a huge tailgate. They're going to feed over 500 students at the tailgate area. It'll be a lot of seafood and a lot of good food. And so it's going to be a lot of fun to go to Mobile and see this football game. And I think I might be talking you into it. You reckon?
I'm close. We got a big sale going on.
But that is going to be a fun game. And Max, I tell you something about you, Max. Of course, you're known. You've known who Max Howell was before he started calling my show. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
When you were in Texas, Marshall, Texas, you knew who Max Howell was.
There's a Max
Just
Howell
think,
there.
Max, that you've become known all over the country as a sports prognosticator.
Hey, listen, if I had a crystal ball, guys, I'd be sitting in Vegas counting my money, not here talking to y'all this morning.
Exactly right.
Hey, they didn't build $1 million casinos losing football games.
Exactly right. Now, how are you and your buddy from radio getting along? From Alabama, Feinbaum. How you and Feinbaum getting along?
Good. Oh yeah, Paul.
Is he still in all those folks call in the show?
He's kind of just spread out now, Mike. He's going national thing, but he knows I got the only ESPN station in North Mississippi.
Yeah.
So, we chat about once a month or so, just to keep that alive. But look, our deal has gone so well. I keep saying I don't have enough words to explain how quick and how but we've only been on there 7 weeks.
Yeah.
And, it's absolutely really taken off. And,
well, you promote Troy, and I like that. You promote Troy, and you always have, and we appreciate you very much, Max. Max, but no, before you go, what's for dinner?
All right, buddy. I told you just a minute ago I fixed a big pot of Brunswick stew last night with pork, chicken, and beef. Of course, I always have my vegetable potatoes, corn, okra, onions, and I use a base of tomatoes and ketchup, Worcestershire, and garlic. Make a big old pan of jalapeno cornbread. I do a house salad, and the salad dressing I put on is called a comeback sauce. What it is it's a Thousand Island base with cayenne pepper in it. And
oh boy!
It gives you a little kick along with that. Of course, we watch all that down with a big old pitcher of sweet iced tea. For dessert, this is the fall in North Mississippi. A lot of wild apple trees up this way. I made a homemade apple right from the oven, and when I pulled it out and put it on the table, I put 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream.
Wow! You make you want to whistle Dixie. Is that right?
That's absolutely right.
All right, brother. Well, listen, thank you so much for being on our show, and of course, thank you, Ricky.
Thank you,
Neil,
yes,
always.
Sir. Enjoy it.
Of course, remember, Neil's got a show every Sunday, and it's really a great show. Comes on at
6 o'clock on Sunday.
6 o'clock
Sports
on Sunday.
Chat with Neil and Wally.
And it's a great review of not only high school but college football. It's a lot of fun, and y'all do a great job. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, big sale going on at Pike County Ford on the bypass in Troy. And remember, if it don't say Pike County Ford, believe you me, you don't want it. See you next week on Today in L.A.
Go Trojans.